Hello from the newsroom. The Chinese Vice President Xi Jinping has been spending the second day of his visit to Ireland in the West, where the focus of his engagements is on tourism and agriculture. This morning, Mr. Xi visited a dairy farm in 6 Mile Bridge in County Clare. The president of the Irish Farmers Association, John Bryan, described the visit as hugely significant.
An unusual morning at Lynch's farm in 6 Mile Bridge, County Clare, with Mr. Xi coming to inspect the cows. He was welcomed by James Lynch and his wife Maura.
It's a pleasure to have you. This is my wife Maura.
Mr. Xi asked detailed questions about dairy farming in Ireland, and his visit has left an indelible mark on Lynch's herd, particularly a new calf born overnight.
Your Excellency, we will be calling this calf after yourself.
Then there was the traditional Irish coffee and various gifts exchanged.
The man was very open, very interested, there's no doubt about it. He has a huge interest in agriculture, very much into finding about the quality standards that are in Ireland and what is associated with the production of Irish food.
But the backdrop to this visit is a major push for agriculture into the Chinese market.
We plan to grow the agri-food industry in Ireland dramatically over the next 5 to 10 years. From a dairy point of view, we're going to increase the volume of dairy products that Ireland produces by 50% between 2015 and 2020.
Next, a trip to the dramatic cliffs of Moher to show Chinese tourists what Ireland has to offer. This evening the visit moves to detailed talks with the Taoiseach at Dublin Castle, and several trade agreements are expected to be signed. Sandra Hurley, RTE News, County Clare.
Greece's cabinet has approved a final set of austerity measures sought by the EU and IMF as a condition for a €130 billion rescue package. It comes ahead of a meeting of European leaders in Brussels tomorrow.
As ever in this crisis, it will go down to the wire. Late last night, Greece's cabinet approved the €325 million in tough austerity measures. The price demanded from Athens for a new EU-IMF bailout.
Very decided to implement everything what we have decided the previous days. There was an agreement on all important issues, so I believe that the Minister of Economics will be full of good news in the Euro Council tomorrow.
The cash injection granted in 2010 has been delayed for months because of doubts over Greek political leaders' commitment to introduce deeper cuts. Now the Greek government say they've taken the right steps. But getting out of the crisis, they say, is about more than austerity.
It's about growth. And today in the cabinet meeting, we're approving the legislative acts for the two biggest growth projects in Greece for the years to come.
Tomorrow, European leaders meet in Brussels, and Greek hopes are rising that they will endorse the rescue package, which it so desperately needs. Sinead Hussey, RTE News.
Gardaí are continuing to question 2 people in connection with the fatal shooting of Melanie McCarthy McNamara in Dublin last week. The 16-year-old was shot in the head as she sat in the back seat of a car in Tallaght in what's believed to have been a case of mistaken identity. The 2 men, aged 17 and 25, were arrested in Athy in County Kildare on Thursday evening. The new papal nuncio here has said Pope Benedict will continue to be relentless and consistent in reforming the Catholic Church to deal more effectively with child abusers and all who breach trust in the Church. Archbishop Charles Brown told massgoers at Dublin's Pro Cathedral that the pontiff would also ensure that survivors would get the necessary assistance.
From the beginning, Pope Benedict was resolute and determined to put into place changes which would give the Church the ability to deal more effectively with those who abuse trust, as well as to provide the necessary assistance to those who had been victimized. Pope Benedict has been relentless and consistent on this front, and I assure you that he will continue to be.
Munich police have arrested British boxer Derek Chisora following a post-fight brawl last night with David Haye. The ugly clashes came at a press conference which followed Chisora's defeat to Vitaly Klitschko. Chisora was arrested at Munich airport this morning. A spokesperson confirmed that police were still searching for Hay. Well, that's all for now. Good afternoon.